I'm Adam Pacitti from Cultaholic.com, joined by the golden boy of Cultaholic here. They love you, Tom. They really love you.
All that money I paid out. Thank you for your comments. You were very nice yesterday.
It's unheard of. That never, ever happens. You're a star. You're going to make it, kid. Before we get going, we're going to start with some quickfire so the audience here can learn a little bit more about Mr. Tom Campbell.
Okay.
Let's get straight into it. Austin or Rock?
Rock.
Hogan or Savage?
Hogan.
Brett or Shawn?
Sean.
Royal Rumble or WrestleMania?
Rumble every day.
WWE or New Japan?
WWE.
Sausage rolls or pasties?
Greg sausage rolls. Oh.
Toast or cereal?
Cereal.
Going out to a club or sitting in front of the TV and having a bit of a cry?
Having a cry in the shower, that way you don't know what's water and what's tears.
Nice. Mac or PC?
PC, Macs are all backwards.
Great Carly's legs or Dave Bautista's
No,
dick?
can't do that one.
Let's get on with the news. First off, we have reports of Brock Lesnar's Money in the Bank cash-in plans. The All Elite Wrestling Double or Nothing stage has been leaked. We will take a closer look at that. And finally, a top NXT star is dealing with an injury. So, as we all know, Brock Lesnar is your Mr. Money in the Bank. And aren't we all very, very happy about that, Tom?
It's a wonderful time to be alive.
It's great, isn't it? I really, really missed him, and especially him being in the title picture, and I'm just glad that he can so quickly get back in. In fact, it's going to be quicker than I think any of us even thought. Brock Lesnar, according to Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer Radio, he is reported to be announcing his cash-in on this episode of Raw, Monday's episode of Raw, and it will be cashing in against Seth Rollins.
Now, I'm not sure how I feel about announcing the cash-in. Because for me, if you're gonna put the Money in the Bank briefcase in the hands of rookie sensation Brock Lesnar, then you need to have it so like he is just this monster hiding in the bushes, waiting to win the title. Not literally, although that would be an arresting visual. But I think by announcing it, what was the point in the Money in the Bank match altogether? If it's gonna be, I'm gonna have that match then.
Because we don't have rematch clauses anymore, Tom, because we are the authority figures now. Did you forget that? That's why he needs this briefcase. More than Ali, more than Andrade, more than Fit, any of those guys. Forget that.
I get the vibe. You're a little bit annoyed that Brock Lesnar is Mr. Beast in the Bank.
I didn't have much of a chance to talk about Money in the Bank. I've watched it since I came back from holiday. Oh, it's just bollocks, isn't it? It is just bollocks. All of those guys working their absolute arses off, especially like Andrade, Ali. And then, of course, it wasn't even in the match. No, it doesn't matter. So, Brock Lesnar is apparently going to be cashing in. He's going to be cashing in at Super Showdown, but he will announce his cash in ahead of time, a la John Cena, on this episode of Raw. And then he will likely appear on the following Raw, which is the go-home show before Super Showdown, facing then Seth Rollins. But they kept it sort of quiet. They're teasing that, hey, he might cash in against Kofi Kingston, but they've already announced that Kofi will square off against Dolph Ziggler, who just made his return on SmackDown. So yeah, it's going to be Seth. What do you think? What's going to happen in the match, Tom?
I mean, are you okay?
No, it's fine.
Inbox me. I think, look, it's going to be what it is. It'll be a Brock Lesnar Seth Rollins match. I think the best you could have made of this situation is just have Brock Lesnar just surprise somebody with a cash in. I think just going, let's do it over Super Showdown. I think it's a waste of what is already quite a situation that is already upset you and no doubt other people. I think have him just have it and just sort of loiter.
Well, this is the thing.
That'd have been better.
The Money in the Bank, the briefcase, just makes it worth tuning into the weekly shows a little bit more. And now we got rid of both of them within like 2-3 weeks, if this does happen, which I do think is a shame because I think they're very useful tools for gaining viewers and making those shows a bit more exciting. And I agree, I don't like cash-ins that much ahead of time. They can work. They have worked in the past.
The Rob Van Dam one.
RVD Cena was, yeah.
That was the
100%.
perfect one. And the Damien Sandow one was a dream.
Yep. Sure was. So there you go. We will likely see that announced on Monday. Let us know what you think about it in the comments below. Don't swear. We are just over 24 hours away from Double or Nothing. First of all, Tom, are you excited?
Do you know what? I'm really quite excited. This feels like a big deal for wrestling in general.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gutted for World of Sport. Because I think that pretty much what the deal they've got with ITV, it pretty much puts the kibosh on me seeing Crater again.
You know what?
I'm
a big Crater fan as well. But at the same time, I think as wrestling fans, this is the product that we're more going to enjoy. I like World of Sport. I really did like it, but it wasn't for us.
No.
I like what they were trying to do with it.
It was a very, very exciting time, and more so. And what I love is, with Double or Nothing, the hype train has been the best train since they sent out those new LNERs. It's been incredible, the amount of beautiful build to this show, and it continues today with this lovely leaked picture.
We will show you a picture right now. There it is. So, as you may have noticed, the Impact Zone has come to the All Elite Zone.
What is the Impact Zone doing in the Impact Zone?
We've got two separate entranceways. I guess one for heels and one for baby faces.
I love that so much.
Do you?
Yes, because it's true. They shouldn't have the same entrance. When you think about it, every wrestling match ever should start in Gorilla.
Yeah,
but
no, you're right, because otherwise they're just stood behind the curtain, right, ready to come through it. You go first, mate, you go. No, I get you. They're separating the heels and the baby faces. Let's pretend that they've got separate heel and baby face locker rooms as well. That's what it's getting at.
And they travel separately.
Yes, of course.
Looking at you, Jim Duggan and Iron Shake.
There's a chandelier above the ring, sorry. Who knows if that is going to stay. And there's also, in the ring, somebody has literally been punched out of his or her boots there. There is a single boot in the ring. Other than that, there's not too much to go on. That
chandelier looks like it's been put there. That's part of the aesthetic.
It's the same colour scheme as the entranceways there.
Maybe
the lighting
Jimmy
looks
Havoc's
the same.
going to stab somebody with one of the chandelier bits during the Battle Royal.
You should be booking this thing, Tom. That's spectacular. You've got all the vision mixing equipment there, the production area. There's not that much to say. Like, this is somebody foolishly has taken this in portrait mode. Thanks for taking it, by the way. Cheers for giving us some news to talk about.
But if you are going to leak images for us, landscape.
Come on, always.
Landscape.
Always. It's 2019. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. 2 screens above. And, yeah, there's not much else to say. A very impressive lighting rig above the ring. That's pretty much it. Can't wait. What's going to be match of the night, Tom?
Match of the night is going to be the moment that Jungle Boy
Here we go.
wins the Casino Battle Royale, baby. Jericho Omega surely is going to steal it. That's why it's on last. Give them half an hour and they will give you the world.
From a storyline perspective, I think I'm most invested in Cody versus Dustin. And I think it may be Dustin's retirement match.
Yeah, they've sort of ummed and ahed that it might be. If it is, it's not a bad way to go.
Oh, no, for sure.
I'd be happy for Dustin to go out like that. He's unveiling new gear at that show as well.
He is, yeah.
So he said, new trousers for Dustin.
Very, very excited.
New trousers for Dustin.
There won't be reactions. I'm considering Joey Stylesing it on Saturday night and doing reactions on my own. You're unavailable. I've already asked Tom.
I'm very flattered I've only been here a day. Do you want to stay up late and watch some wrestling with me?
Do you want to see my friend?
Do you want to be my mate?
So I might do it on my own on Saturday night. Again, let us know in the comments if you want that. That'll be a fun 5 hours for me. Speaking of Double or Nothing, we have an update on Hangman Page, who of course was meant to be wrestling our Geordie Nev. I say our like I'm from here. Well, I'm not from these parts.
Mate, you're from the Isle of Wight, I'm from Worcester.
Our
he has
Isle of Wight. He was meant to have that. That match is of course off the table just because of, I guess, for booking reasons. Let's not get into all of it now, but essentially there are certain people who could and couldn't lose. Anyway, Hangman Page appeared in a special Thursday episode of Being the Elite last night. He was sat on his sofa nursing an injury which was supposedly sustained in the match with Pac that happened in Nottingham, because it couldn't happen in Vegas. Anyway, he said, hey guys, I'm checking in because apparently it's my responsibility to tell you that due to recent events I will not be allowed to compete at Double or Nothing. I'm sure that none of you are as disappointed or pissed off about the entire situation than I am, but I will still be at StarCast on Friday, available on Fight TV, doing meet and greet, and I'm sure that the entire show in itself will be great. It's a work, isn't it?
You think it's a work?
It's a work.
So he's still wrestling?
He's still wrestling. I think there are 3 options for this. I'm going to start with the most disappointing to me, and that's Austin Aries.
Yeah, do you know what? It's a weird world to live in where Austin Aries is the worst option. Because he's great.
Of course he's great. And people were really excited when he left the WWE, but people have turned on him in part due to some social media stuff. He's just not been the nicest bloke. Maybe he's healing up. Who knows? Maybe he's a dick. The second is CM Punk.
Lot of rumour and innuendo about CM Punk popping up ever since he ran out and... Was it him that ran out at that indie show? And
he had the same hoodie on, he had the same shoes on. It was a bad GTS, that wasn't it? It was a bad. But can you imagine? And they could use cult of personality. WWE don't own that, of course. They could buy. Can you imagine that pop?
And everyone goes, "What?" And their heads all explode.
The third is Jon Moxley.
Gotta be Mox. If anybody, I think that crowd's gonna be chanting Jon Moxley
over Punk
all night long anyway. And I think he's probably one of the bookies' favourites to take that is Mox. Because he's the hottest guy on the indie scene at the moment, by virtue of everything that's gone on. You're missing the fourth option, and actually, Hangman Page has already told us who he's facing.
What?
He's facing Brock Lesnar.
What are you on about?
You look at that picture, look at the video from Being the Elite, and he's on his sofa, he's on his dog, and what's that on his knee? Zoom in. What's that on his knee? Broccoli florets. First part of broccoli is Brock. He's facing Brock Lesnar.
So Tom won't be back on Monday. So say goodbye to him once again in the comments. Absolutely ludicrous behaviour from one Tom Campbell there. Cashing in his Brock in the bank contract and pitting Hangman Page. Doesn't matter. Let's move on. Finally, we have news of a top NXT star, the top NXT star, Johnny Gargano, who is currently injured. He has a leg injury. He hasn't worked any house shows since the beginning of March the 8th. During last night's, the night before, Wednesday's episode of NXT, he was in a tag match with Matt Riddle. He had the leg brace on, and he was very limited in what he did in the ring. Yeah,
Matt Riddle took over the majority of that match, so it's obvious something's going on.
This apparently does not call into question the upcoming NXT title match at NXT TakeOver 25 against Adam Cole. That's important to note. Apparently he will be fine for then, but he's just playing it safe with a very sensible thing to do.
Well, this is the handy thing about the NXT schedule. I mean, obviously house shows and such aside, is that obviously they record so much in bulk that these guys have got a little bit of downtime between these 5-star matches.
It's a blessing and a curse, isn't it? We've seen it before where things have to be rewritten. They have to film a quick video promo to make up for a storyline error that, you know. But also, I would say, with the house show routine that the NXT guys have to do, it's like they're wrestling far more intense matches because people expect NXT quality matches when they go to an NXT house show. It's not like a WWE house show where you can just dick about and do the worm for 25 minutes. You actually have to have like a 3.5-star classic, don't you, when you're there. But he hasn't been on any of those shows.
Which do you think is more detrimental to an NXT star's career? Getting injured or being called up? Because, I mean, both have been pretty bad for the roster.
You know the answer to that. Oh, that's a depressing question. I don't even want to think about that. Speaking of call-ups, before we go, we have a note on the Aleister Black news from yesterday. We reported that Aleister Black would not be going to Saudi Arabia. That much is true. It was believed that was because he was refusing to go, as Kevin Owens has, as Daniel Bryan has. But it is now become apparent that that's because of two things. First off, he's a Satanist, which is.
I mean, that would put them off, I think.
Yeah,
sending him over.
I think that's a reasonable reason not to go to Saudi Arabia. And the second is also because of his tattoos. And he's got a lot of religious imagery on his back, everywhere. He's just covered in the bloody things. And so that is the other reason. So we apologise for saying that Aleister Black may have requested not to go. Maybe he didn't want to go anyway. Maybe he got all of the tattoos just so he didn't have to go to Saudi Arabia in 5 years' time.
This concludes Cultaholic's corrections and clarification segment. We thank you in the comments for bringing this to our attention. And yes, I do have small hands.
What?
Somebody said in the comments I have small hands. They are tiny hands. They are tiny hands.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I know, right? They are
How
tiny.
big are your feet? We'll finish this after the show. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Thanks for watching. Let us know what you think in the comments down below. You can follow us on Twitter at Cultaholic. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Cultaholic. If you enjoy what we do here at Cultaholic, you can pledge to us on Patreon. That's patreon.com/Cultaholic. And most importantly, don't forget to hit subscribe and join us.